Welcome to Rhyme and Reason, the podcast where music meets meaning. I'm your host, Pris. Join me as we dive into the stories behind the songs, exploring the rhymes that make us move and the reasons that make us think. Across all genres, we'll dissect the lyrics, analyze the beats, and uncover the hidden gems that make music magic. Let's get into the rhythm. New episode every week. Rhyme and Reason, where every note has a story. Hey lovely, it's your girl Priscilla, and I am here for another episode of Rhyme and Reason with Pris. Thank you so much for joining us and all the feedback, all the support, all the followership. Thank you so much. I really feel encouraged. And I hope you're enjoying the conversations that we're bringing as we are looking at songs that made an impact, songs that I deem iconic. Sometimes I pick them, sometimes I pick them with my guest, but all the same, they speak to me and I like to share my thoughts and share my take on them with an emphasis on the lyrics especially. You will find that most of the songs that I pick are from years and years ago. But I'm trying to see if we can incorporate some current songs because music does continue to speak and it does transcend time. So just keep locked in and you will find some more recent songs coming up soon. Your girl is looking at what the current generation has to offer, and I'm discovering a lot of beautiful music. So we'll be coming soon with that. So on that same old school tip, this is like old school. So today the song we'll be talking about is Lean on Me by Bill Withers. So it was released in April 1972. Talk about old school, yeah. And so it was his first single from his second album, Still Bill. So why I deem this iconic, and I'm not the only one, that is it is still on the 500 greatest songs of all time. And this is on Rolling Stone's list of greatest songs. So that speaks a lot to the impact it made on us as a society and people who love music. So we're going to talk about that. And I will now introduce you to, I know I've said this before, but this girl is like a gem. She is literally one of my day ones. And I have Pelagia Mutake. And I couldn't think of anyone more fitting to talk about friendship and being there. Everything that Lean on Me is about, we have lived. So I have my friend, my sister, that I chose. I have her with me here. And so please help me welcome Pelagia. Hi, Pella.
Hey, Priscilla. How you doing?
Hey, girl. You can't see us, but we gave each other a big hug because that's my little sister right there. So welcome to Rhyme and Reason with Pris.
Thank you for having me today. It's amazing. And thank you for having me, and I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, love. So I will try to get through this without any waterworks. That's going to be new.
Please don't. That's good as
no waterworks today, no. but yeah, we picked the song together. Lean on Me, and it was a toss-up between this one and another one.
Yes, definitely.
But this one won out. So special mention to Anytime You Need a Friend, because that's the other one we were going to talk about. That's another one that actually speaks to us. Yeah, so your first thoughts on the song?
Where do I even begin? Lean on me when you need a friend.
Mm-hmm.
You have been the pillar and literally the rock. I can't even describe the song it just speaks to us as friends, as sisters. Yeah, the song itself, I don't even need to explain it. It just explains itself.
Right. Remember the movie Lean on Me? It was huge. It had Morgan Freeman. He was a principal. And I remember that was that was the movie that that made me really familiar with that song. And I remember that scene where they're all like right at the end, where the whole school basically stood up for what they believed in, and they stood up for their principal, and just the unity displayed there. That's the feeling I get from this song. Like, so talking about friendship, like, because this can apply to a lot of things, but I wanted to talk about friendship for the most part. So it's very important to have someone in your life who's going to be there.
Yes.
Because they want to. Not because they have to, or not because DNA.
Or like they feel like you're being imposed. Exactly. Like, I have to be your friend.
Right.
Or you have to be my friend, do or die. No.
Friendship in general, like it's one of the most special connections.
Yes.
Because it's chosen. You didn't happen to be someone's friend, you chose each other.
Exactly.
So I that's why I wanted us to talk about that today. So just some of the lyrics that I was drawn to when I was listening to this song. When you're not strong, lean on me when you're not strong. So we've had moments.
Yes.
We've had moments.
A lot of them.
We've had a lot of moments where either one of us is really not strong, and the strength of one of us has literally carried us over whatever the hurdle was. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, I think I'll probably start off from the top. When I met you.
Yes.
I met Priscilla 2013 when I was a gospel DJ.
Yes.
On Zimnet Radio.
Yes.
And our relationship just kind of flowed. And I'm like, you know what? She has my spirit, and I saw a mini me in her. Priscilla is more on the quieter side, and I was more on the loud side. But she's literally a version of me, and I'm like, wow, this is just amazing. And she was all the way in Canada, and I'm right in the UK. But distance was never a problem for us.
Never.
And we have gone through the highs and the lows. I'm like,
oh yeah. To be specific.
Yes.
To be specific, we have had some of the highs, okay, in the how many years? 11 years. In 11 blessed years of friendship, we have weathered like so many storms, and we've celebrated so many wins together. We've had 3 babies total
along
combined. Of which 2 of them were like at the same time.
Exactly.
So there's that, and we've celebrated graduations and things like that along the way, and we've lost some family along the way, and we've been there for each other through all of that. We've seen each other through the loss of important people in our lives, and it's just automatic, that we were, and I call myself blessed for having Pelagia Mutake in my life. So yes, when Lean on Me talks about you might have a problem, I might have a problem that you'll understand. The way we're situated, Pelai and I, each problem that we've brought to each other, for some reason, we've been able or been in a position to understand what the other is going through. And when we don't, love covers it.
And one thing about friendship is getting when you know your person.
Yeah.
Whenever I call Priscilla, are you okay? She'll be like, mm-hmm. And that crack in her voice tells me she's not okay. And sometimes I try to ruffle things up for her just to break down to cry. And she does. And I don't judge her. I just let her cry and listen to her. By the time she finishes crying, I'm like, oh, I don't even talk about it. And for her to cry is just a relief.
Yeah.
And just to let it out, understanding your person.
Yeah.
Your hello must be different. When you say hello, girl, I pull up.
Wasn't
for
that
you.
Did Taraji say
Yes. Girl, I will pull up for you.
I remember. I think Taraji P. Henson said something like that. She's like, my girls know just from the moment I say hello. They're like, I'm pulling up.
So
that's Pella for you.
Technology, it doesn't define friendship.
No, it doesn't.
It always creates a bond, and the chemistry between you behind the scenes. You're not seeing Priscilla's face, she's not seeing Pelagia's face, but the spirits are intertwined.
Right.
Somewhere, somehow.
Yeah.
We argue, believe me or not.
Oh, we do.
We argue, but at the end of the conversation, she'll be like, I love you. And I'm like, I know. Bye. And then she calls back and says, I said, I love you. I'm like, yeah, I love you too. Bye. And then tomorrow, before we even get into the conversation on why she called me, she'll say, yesterday I wasn't happy with the way you said ABCD. I'm like, girl, I'm sorry. Okay, let's move on. So,
yeah.
Friendship is a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Something to hold on to. Yeah. And as friends, you should be able to. And what makes a great friendship is being able to pray together.
Yes. Yes.
Because prayer is everything.
It is.
Prayer is everything. Personally, you are not just, you are not going anywhere.
Right.
And you grow spiritually, physically, mentally. You help each other when you are not strong. I'll there.
Be your friend.
I'll be your friend to guide you, to carry you. Because you've got your own problems.
Yes.
And I've got my own problems.
Yes.
But if I'm your friend, I have to forget about me and focus on you.
Right.
On who is Priscilla.
Yeah.
She's miles away. Should I you know, but the only thing I know how to do is to pray.
Yes.
And prayer covers everything.
Everything.
And that's the base of friendship. That's how I take friendship. If you can't pray for me and I can't pray for you, then
what are we doing?
What are we doing? Where are we going?
Yeah. I actually agree with you on that. Like there've been times where like you said about knowing your person, there'll be times when I'll call you after you being silent for like, Pella, we don't need to do the whole calling every day. We can totally do like 2 weeks, no communication and just pick up where we left off. And we never have to worry about, hey, are we good? No, it's never been like that. But when you know your person, like there's this one time when I was like, this silence is not the usual. And then you pick up and you're like, hey. And then she's like, and then you're like, okay, all right, okay, I'm here, and you let it out, and sometimes you just need to hear that Pella voice going, "Are you okay?" Or "How are you?" Oh, and then there it goes,
the waterworks starts.
So I'm truly thankful for that. So I feel like this song really speaks to the kind of friendship that we have. And funny story. And trust me, we'll be talking about us a lot today, so bear with us. I am thankful to technology. I'm not always a fan of technology and what it has brought, but when it comes to human connection, being another platform for humans to connect, my friendship with Pella began in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And she did mention that she was a gospel DJ, gospel music DJ, and I was in the industry, so to speak. And the way she's looking at me, she's dying to say more. But
Like that's a story for another day.
That's a story for another day. That's a story for another day. But for today, I'll just say, I was involved. And so when we started talking, it was just like automatic for us to cling to each other. And then by the time we found out about our totems being the same, about her being a Shala, I'm a Shala, shout out to the Elan clan out there.
Mm-hmm.
How are you, my brothers and sisters? So yeah, there was that. But do you realize that I did not meet Pelagia in person until 10 years later?
Mm-hmm.
We were friends through social media, really, until
there was Skype.
Oh, we did Skype.
We did Skype.
We did Skype. We did Skype. We did what was the other one?
No, not High Five. No, there was High Five was there, but I don't think we did.
No, we didn't do High Five. We did Facebook, of course, but we did the whole Skype thing. We would, I know. I know. Before we could even WhatsApp call.
Oh yes.
Yeah. But that was us. And we would actually get phone cards to call each other.
Right? Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we do go back quite a while. But we only met last year in person. And that was just a fulfillment of a bond that was already there, So don't undermine those connections that you make with people. Those are something to behold as well. And we are exhibit A of that. So yeah, another thing I wanted to talk about as a supportive friend, how important do you think it is to keep reminding your friend that you are there?
Sometimes I don't need to remind you.
I know.
But you know that I've got you.
I know.
And being a supportive friend, I'm going to talk about something very personal and very sensitive to me.
Mm-hmm.
When I met Priscilla, that was last year when my mom wasn't feeling well. And just before we leave the hospital, all of us were already leaving the ward where she was, and she was raising a hand. But because I couldn't see her raising a hand, but Priscilla was standing looking at my mom. And my mom, and Priscilla said, "Oh, Pela, mom is calling. I think she wants to say something." My mom, she had a stroke and she wasn't talking anymore. But her last words to me was, "I love you." And I'm grateful to God that Priscilla was there, that my mom managed to say, "I love you." That was her last words to me. And having her there, it was only by God's grace and by God's divine mercy that she was there. And when we were leaving the hospital, and Priscilla, she fell just outside the hospital. My dad was like, "Nas panodona gamba." But we didn't talk, we didn't think about it like panodona gamba. And it was later on in the evening when mom passed away, like, oh, okay. It just hit you that moment. You'll be like, okay, so what's next for me? And we were supposed to go out with Priscilla that night. The moment we call her to say, "Priscilla, this is what happened," and you were there.
Yeah.
Within a second.
You're my sister.
You were there. And by the time we leave the hospital, then I called Audrey, my other friend.
Audrey's here with us, by the way. Hey,
and
Audrey.
I said, "Audrey, this is what happened." And Audrey, the next day in the morning, literally, by the time I came from the hospital, Audrey was there. And this is the friendship that I do not take lightly. Priscilla, Audrey, my sisters, Faustina,
she's our baby.
She's our baby.
She's here somewhere, but yeah.
So friendship is an amazing thing. And having Priscilla, Audrey, Sometimes I'm old. I'm younger than Audrey, but I bully her, and then she bullies me sometimes, which is something else. But I love you, Audrey.
Just talk a little bit about how you and Audrey met, if you don't mind, because that's another special friendship that also met. They also met virtually. So
yes,
yeah.
I met Audrey. I did a video last year, and I said I'm just going to randomly talk to people that I've never said hello to. So people were commenting, and then some were liking. So those ones who were commenting or liking, I'll go in their inbox to check if we've ever had a conversation. That's when I messaged Audrey, just say, hi, how are you? Blah, 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 blah. And we spoke about a few things. And Audrey literally just opened up to me. And I remember Audrey crying, and I'm like, oh, Lord, this thing that I have started, can I handle it? She needed somebody just to say, how are you?
Yeah.
And we exchanged numbers. We spoke like we have met.
Yes.
And Audrey as well, I met her last year, and she has been there.
Yeah.
Going to our house, checking up on my dad.
So weird.
But she doesn't get tired. So that's the beauty of technology.
Yes.
A lot of people undermine what technology is. I can go for days, for weeks without even saying to Audrey, hi. I'm fine. Also,
she wouldn't even hug me today.
No.
she was actually mad at me. I love that she won't pretend.
No,
she was mad at me, and then after she let it out is when she was like, how are you, little sis? You look amazing. How's my baby? And I'm like, okay.
That's what friendship is all about. You don't hide how you're feeling.
Yeah.
Just because you don't want to get me upset.
Right.
You have to say it. If I'm not happy with you, I'm not happy. If I'm happy, and I will tell you. And not just saying this just because we're doing a podcast or anything, is truly coming from my heart that I love you, Priscilla. I love you, Audrey. And I love my sisters.
We love
you. You are just amazing bunch. All of you, you are unique in your different ways. And I'm unique in my different ways.
Yes, you are.
But you embrace me with my madness, with my craziness, with my calmness. I'm very calm when around people that I don't know. But around people that I know, I am as useless as anything. As useless as a G on champagne, you know? So it's a good feeling just having sisters that understand you when you're quiet.
Yeah.
I remember somebody messaging me that your eyes are telling me a different story and your mouth is saying something else. And I'm like, wow, this is somebody who knows me when I'm okay and when I'm not okay. So those types of friendships are just amazing.
Yeah. Thank God for those.
I'm grateful.
God does bring us together.
He does.
He really does bring us together. Oh, okay. So we talked about the down times. What about friendship in navigating love and relationships?
Oh, girl.
We have definitely
we have tasted those.
We could write a book.
We have tasted those.
Hey, it's like, and you know what? You know what I love about you? You really don't say what you think I want to hear. You will definitely be like, Piri, we're not crying about this. This one we're not even gonna cry about. No, Piri, I don't even want to hear it. Oh yeah, Piri's me, by the way. She calls me that. So she's like, Piri, not this one. Not this one. We're not doing that.
Pillar, I'm like, girl, nah, Just smile. Just let it go. And one thing about Priscilla, when she loves wholeheartedly.
Oh, yeah.
She loves wholeheartedly, whereas
To a fault. You know.
And which is a good thing.
Yeah.
And a bad thing sometimes.
True.
Because when you love, sometimes they say love with your head, not your heart.
Oh, God, I don't know how to do that.
But Priscilla love with the heart and the heart.
And
I
the
love,
head.
and I'm the other way around. I love with my head and the heart. Not that I don't love.
Mm-hmm.
I do have love.
Yeah.
I love. But there's some things that, you'll be like, and with my energy. And whenever she calls me and say, oh, Pela, la, 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 happened, I'm like, is that why you're crying? I don't know how to comfort her when I know it's not good for her.
Yeah.
I just say it.
And you don't pretend.
Oh, and then tomorrow she'll be like, I wasn't happy with the way you said, but you did ask me how I felt. So I'm telling you, whatever this is not good for you. But because she wants that thing, who am I to say no? Yeah. And then when it falls down, I'll be like, I don't want to say I told you so. But I have to say it.
You know what's interesting though? Even when you know it was bad for me, or you feel a certain way about it, when it falls apart, if it falls apart, you're so comforting about it. You don't, I told you so. Do you know that? I know you think it. Yeah. I know you think it, but you never make me feel like, and didn't I tell you? You don't make me feel that way. Like you humor me, you take care of me, first and foremost, which is something that I could never thank you enough for. And funny thing is, when I talk to you about love and relationships, you actually listen. I don't even know why you listen to me. I don't even know why you listen to me.
I have to.
But you do. But you do, right? You actually listen to me, and I hear you quoting me back to me. Like, remember, sis, when you said, and I thought, you know what? I think Priscilla was right, and and it's working for me, and I'm like, okay. But thank you for that. So I wanted to just talk about that because I know we have funny stories surrounding that.
We're not gonna go deeper.
We're not. Oh, this is as deep as it goes today.
Oh dear me.
So wrapping up on friendship, like I said, it can apply to even as siblings. Shout out to my siblings. I thank God for them, Mo and Tam, and my mom and dad. Like, I feel like this can apply to family as well. Being there for each other and knowing that you can call. I like how they keep repeating, call me. If you need a friend, call me, call me. I don't know how many times they say call me at the end. Oh. It's like they're driving that point home, that availability and, that unconditional support, the promise to be there. That's the whole point of the connections we have.
Which is very important to have supporting family members.
Yes.
Because not all family members support what you do,
No.
Whatever it is that you're doing in life, really. They just not there. But you just have, call me if you need me. You know somebody's there at the end of the line, which is very important. Of which we don't have that these days. It's all about Indodayas Bonel. So it's always hard and difficult just to have that.
Yeah.
So if you have got your parents, your siblings, your friends around you still supporting your dream, your vision, whatever it is that you imply or you want to do in life, it's very important. I'll say, you know what, cherish those moments because they don't come cheap.
No, they don't.
And they don't come very easily. The world that we're living these days, it's different.
It is.
It's different. And having Priscilla, Audrey, Faustina in my life, Selena, it's amazing just to have that.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful to God for the friendship, for the family, for the team, for the amazing support that is just surrounding to each and every one of us.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, in conclusion, I just wanted to talk about you and see what's going on in your world. Not that I know, not that I don't know, but let's talk about it so everyone else can know. What are you working on? Pelagia, by the way, I didn't even give her bio. I assume everyone knows her because, she's my girl. So I assume everyone knows about her.
That's the thing.
I didn't even say a single word about your bio. See, I like that. This was not rehearsed. We didn't even have to rehearse all this. But Pelagia is very well into the media space. And like I said, she's an award-winning radio personality, MC, DJ, you name it. That's her world right there. So I'll let her talk a little bit about what she's working on. One of my favorite fashion designers up there in the UK. Shout out Ellen Charles. So yeah, I'll let her talk about that a bit.
Pelagia, she's a 40-year-old woman, a mom of 3, 2 boys and a girl that I love dearly.
Yes.
And I'm into literally everything you can think of to do with art. I'm a very, very artistic person. Like I always say, I'm very creative. And my creativity flows effortlessly. I don't even need to force like what I do.
Right.
It's just the drive within me. Like when you talk about music, you're like, "Whoo, now this is my space." When you talk about fashion, my mind goes everywhere. When you say let's design something, I can design a dress by just looking at a car engine or
I've seen you do that.
or a bicycle engine. I can design, maybe if you give me a fan, I can create something from a fan. So literally anything inspires me, no matter how small it is. Or drain inofamba nemvura yaya. I can pick a few things that I can put on a dress, on a bag, on a shoe, on a whatever. And I get so excited by just talking about that. If you say, okay, let's go and do gospel.
Yes.
I'm there.
Oh, yes.
Let's do Zenika. I'm there. Let's do anything to do with art.
Yes.
I'm happy. That's my happy place. If you say, let's go and study biology, you want me to sleep? I don't do that. I don't like that.
You're not a science.
I'm not a science person. I can listen to you, but I won't be really interested. But if you say I'm taking you to a fashion museum, I'll be like a little baby holding a lollipop.
So where can people order your work? Like, what's the name of your company? I think I said it before. So
the name of the company is called Ellen Charles, which was derived from my parents' names. My mom is called Ellen and my dad was Charles. So I thought, what else can I call my brand? I cannot call it Pelagia. I know Pelagia is a unique name, but I just wanted something different, something that it was just, and I thought Ellen Charles is a perfect fit.
Yes.
And I'm still working on different things because I started doing it seriously last year, but I did start it 2009. Then I did my graduation 2011, but I wasn't doing anything about it. I was just lazing about until last year when I lost mom, trying to steam off my energy and everything. So yeah, so people can come through on Pelagia Mutake. I'm still working on Ellen Charles' page. But for now, if you want to order something, just come through to Ellen Charles and we can pull up for anything. Male, female, children, going for a glamorous party, anything. I'm your girl, I'm your plug.
She got you.
I got you.
So there you have it. So your handles? So that's your Facebook. And what about on all the other platforms? What are your handles? So
All
that
of
people can
them.
follow you and reach out to you. you talked about what are you doing media wise? You didn't tell us what you're
The
doing
media,
there.
the media wise, I'm more
'Cause that's
into
exciting.
the media wise. This is I'm more into interviewing artists, getting to know who they are, what they are doing, how the journey has been. Especially, I think on the media side, it was more inspired by my brother Hilary Mutake, Punchline Entertainment.
Shout out Hillary.
Shout out Hillary, manager for Jazz Signal.
Mhm.
So I would say maybe my family they are the drive of me being, especially being behind the media. So yeah, on the media side, if you want me being your MC, I can do that. If you want me to be a backing vocalist, I can do that.
Yes.
If you just anything to do with music, I'm quite happy.
Do you hear that radio voice? Like seriously, she's amazing. So follow her on all her social media platforms, Pelagia Mutake,
And
on
then
Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, all of them Pelagia.
Yeah.
I'm the only Pelagia.
And also, while you're at it, as we wrap up, because we're wrapping up for today, it's been so exciting talking to you, Pela. I love you so much. I love you, sis.
I know.
Thank you for whatever. That is so you. Mm. Yeah, this is what I have to put up with, ladies and gentlemen. But as we wind down, I just wanted to ask that if you enjoy listening to Rhyme and Reason with Pris, please share with your lovelies and invite them to listen. I'm here every week. Some weeks I'll have a guest, some I won't. But I'm really, really excited that we did today. My friend's visiting from the UK, so I caught an opportunity to do this special one. And also, when I post about this, under the post, please tag your friends. Thank you so much. And I will talk to you or chat with you guys next week. Have a great week. Bye, lovely.